but we're already recording. I gotta find a new place for this. At least I have the nails for that, so I can fix that to the wall soon. Happy about that one. Oh, good. Lego pieces in my feet. This one I gotta hang up too. Oh, I got a spot. I'm gonna finish building that later. This is the part where the video begins, right? Right. No one's gonna watch this part anyways. Hello everybody, this is Maniac 4 Bricks, and the Marvel CMFs have been a little bit scarce in my area. Like, I didn't even know if they were available in the stores yet, let alone if people were picking them up by the droves. Although, on a whim visit to Walmart today, I did pick them up of what I found. They did not have any boxes. They did not have that many on the shelf, so I found 3. And that's enough for me for right now, just to see what is out there. I have not gone through going to get the... Let's scrap it and do it all over. Now the video begins, right? I still gotta figure out the mystery to these pants. They look like they're custom, but I don't know. But they're printed on the inside too. They're amazing pants. Let's stick them up here. Hello everybody, this is Maniac 4 Bricks. And yep, I finally did it. I finally picked up some of the Marvel What If CMF figures. Now, I will give some context right here. I have no context of these figures. I have not watched anything from the Marvel What If series up to this point. I will probably watch it sometime later. Don't at me, don't hate me. I think they're still fine figures, and I think they're still really cool pieces. So, if I do use them for other things, even if I'm not familiar with the context of the Marvel What If series, I don't think it's a really harmful thing. I think they're still fine to get. Do I plan to get on every single one of them right now? Not necessarily. There are some that I would prefer over others, but I also don't remember them all very well, and most of them I'm thinking as far as parts, less about the characters, at least for now. So hopefully that will change sometime in the future, because I know that literally everybody that's a Lego fan is also a Marvel fan, and everybody who already knows about these has already picked them up and has already watched every episode up to this point, and I'm not one of them. I'm sorry. I'm not hating on it. I don't dislike the concept of the show. I think it's a great concept. It's just I don't have Disney Plus, and I have not been able to catch up on those episodes. I catch up on The Mandalorian last year because I had a friend who had Disney Plus, but right now I don't have that access. So I'll work with it. That's my cross to bear, as the phrase goes. So they haven't really turned up in my area until today. What is it? September 17th, I think. Anyways, they finally have turned up in my Walmart, and only these 3 packs were available on the shelf. So I think somebody's already went through a box of them. I don't know if other ones were available as a box on the shelf, or if they were just scattered among poly bags, because they usually have like those little baskets in between aisles, with like poly bags and things like that. They didn't have that with the Super Mario blind bags, so maybe they didn't do that with these. I'm not entirely sure, but they have done them traditionally with other ones. So it could go either way. I don't know, and for right now, I don't mind. So I just wanted to take a gander at these 3, see what's in them. I have not felt any of these packs, so I don't know what I'm getting. And if I don't have interest in them, I'm sure I know somebody who does. I will give a credit that these do look fantastic. They have, you know, a lot more going on with the actual, like, artwork than your normal CMFs. And at least there's 12 of them, as opposed to a series of 16. Because at $5 a pop, I'm a little weary on that. I don't mind if they're better quality, but if there's still going to be so many of them, it's a little I don't know how to feel. Because I traditionally I do like picking up the CMFs either in halves or the whole thing at one time. I can't really go to this point of like if I was actually looking for these, I probably, would get what I can get because I know they're going to go fast because it's Marvel, but it's going to be a lot more troublesome to keep track of that, and I have had some series in the past where I would get them by accident. So, first one, open it up there, you can see everything before I do, and it looks like Gamora in a pearl gold outfit, got a couple extra pieces with her. So some kind of action pose thing with her. And it kind of makes sense that if they did it with the DC superheroes, that they would do it with the Marvel superheroes, having the little action pose piece. It's a nice one, and I've definitely seen some nice part usages of that over time. It's something I might consider using on some things I build. I've definitely liked that it was used beyond the superheroes for one of the divers, I believe, in a collectible minifigure series from last year. It was a nice idea for it, especially lifting them off the ground a bit. So here we got Gamora. She's got an extra minifig lightsaber hilt there. Probably not needed for this. Or I guess you could split into two daggers like the Nia spinner from Ninjago back in the day. So yeah, my Gamora is going to have it as two giant daggers. I think it's intended to be one giant sword-like piece, kind of like Thanos. My assumption, though I don't know for sure, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, or whether or not it's caught up to that point in the series, my assumption is that this is a what-if of Gamora being on the side of Thanos. That's the impression I'm getting out of this. I got the checklist open. Oh, okay. So they put everybody on the side this time, instead of portrait. Okay, sure. No problem there. And it looks like, yeah, the first way I had it was actually the correct one. I do give it credit. This is a lot of really nice printing along this figure. I do like a lot of the arm printing, especially. That it's basically two different types of plastic for the lime green and black. And then it's topped with some pearl gold details. I don't know how well the camera's going to capture that at this angle. And if I did review the whole series later, I'd try to do a little bit better with that. I'm still going to review the Looney Tunes series as of recording this, but now that is a series that I actually did want to get everybody, including Lola Bunny and Petunia Pig. Those are two that I know everybody's not a fan of, would not be as interested in. Now, out of the figures in here, the ones I'm most interested in, especially when it comes to parts, would be... I remember the actor's name, Chadwick Boseman. I forget the character's name, as Star-Lord, and then the Loki in here with Throg. And not even because of the Throg, but because of the suit. But, yeah, that's cool, too. I do like the female Loki here with the little alligator. That I think that would be cool. That would be a fun piece to collect, and maybe a little over time as it gets sorted out through Bricklink and things, just to pick up more of the alligators themselves. If I had to go into anyone else, I find it a little bit odd that they have 4 Captain America related figures in here. I'm sure there's some explanation for it other than my theory, which is they're blind bags. If you're going to feel them, then you're going to have that random chance more, by having 4 of the same figure. 4 out of 12 of these. So that's a third of them, 33%, all have the same piece. But you'd have to be more attentive to anything else here to get the one you want if you're able to feel them in the stores. So there's that. I think it's more of a random chance blind bag feel of it rather than a production thing of it. That's a theory that I've had for quite some time, and may or may not be a brick theory on its own. I don't know. I've dabbled back and forth for a long time if that should actually be a brick theory video. This is the part that's going to get cut, right? I will say that Spider-Man as Doctor Strange, I don't understand it. It's probably the least appealing to me. And there are many, many, many Spider-Man iterations, to be fair. But that one just doesn't grab me. Doesn't stand out as much to me, personally. Alright, let's see what number 2's got in store. And just like number 1, I gotta rip it open a little bit more go. Let's go figure this out. Oh, sweet! This is the one I was looking forward to. The, is it T'Challa? I'm really blanking on it. I'm bad with names. And it's almost been a year since I've seen Black Panther. I don't remember the name off the top of my head. But I do like this one. I definitely like the torso piece by itself being a really nice purple jacket. I think that by itself looks very cool, and you could easily modify that with just the hands for any minifigure to wear it. So I'm good with that. The pants are pretty cool on it, where it has like actual rocket boosters built into it, like actually printed on there. I like the boots themselves lining up. Dark brown with black actually worked out pretty nicely here. No problems with the printing. I also do like, this is another thing I didn't notice until now, and I don't know how many minifigures have this in general. There are pockets that go on either side of the minifigure that wrap around to the sides. That's cool on its own. I greatly appreciate that. That is actually really nice. Like, a detail I wouldn't think needed to be there, but I'm glad that it is. I have a little love-hate story when it comes to the Star-Lord minifigures in general, because first Guardians of the Galaxy, I did want to get Star-Lord as a minifig, and there was a cheap enough set to do that. Problem was, I didn't buy it while it was still available, and I also wasn't crazy about the rest of the set, and I didn't think of bricklinking it or anything like that, so I didn't get it while it was in production and it retired. So I'm like, okay, I could probably buy it secondhand. And then it kind of, the values of it changed over time. So I'm like, oh, okay, well, maybe I can try to make my own. Because I did find the helmet in a lot of pieces sometime afterward. Like a year or two afterward, in between Guardians 1 and 2. So I basically made my own and, didn't have to make it like exactly like the set form did. And it did still have the blasters and everything. It had the helmet, but that was pretty much as on point as it had to be. The rest of it, I used the torso piece from Cad Bane from Star Wars because I just had an extra one for some reason, and a couple other pieces, and it was kind of cool making my own custom version of a character that already exists in minifig form. I did later get it in the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 series. I got the Milano ship itself, which included Star-Lord, but didn't have him with like the more iconic outfit, which I was fine with because I already had the custom. Nowadays, maybe I'll go back for it. I don't know. But either way, I like what's here for this T'Challa Star-Lord character. Only got one face on him, unfortunately, but I think they could have pulled it off. Between the helmet and the hairpiece, I mean, the hairpiece is definitely big enough that could work. So, honestly, I don't know. And I also do like the hairpiece on its own. I don't recall that one. I don't think I already have that one on its own. But it does work pretty nicely here. Yeah, on the way it covers up with the bag, they could have done a second face on him, which we always like as having multiple expressions. Alright, so far, one that I wanted. One, it's still good. I'm not going to say Gamora is my least favorite or anything. I do, since I have that second version of the Milano, I do already have a Gamora figure, but this one's not bad looking. Again, appreciate the extra effort for the printing on there. Let's see what we got for number 3. Oh, people are going to be jealous now. I had no idea that this was going to be the zombie version of Captain America. It's not one I was really excited for, but I know a lot of people loved it, and people have been talking about the zombie episode from it. I think it looks pretty good, or at least the figure. I don't mind a zombie version of Captain America. I think it fits pretty nicely. I've also seen people that I've been able to customize this one and put it into like Hawkeye and a couple other characters just based on the face and arms. So nothing wrong with that. If I had to get a Captain America from this series, I think this was probably the one I wanted the most. Either that or the Bucky version of him. So I'm pretty satisfied with that. Not bad for a random pick that I had literally no idea what was in any of these. Just grabbed them off the shelf and just wanted to see what would happen. There's only 3 of them in the store. What is it to me to try to feel them before taking them home? You know? So, especially when I don't have any of them already. So these are 3 no duplicates. So I'm happy with this. This was a pretty good random pull. I got figures that I like. I got parts that I like. I got characters that have some interesting iterations. I have been getting back into the Marvel figures in the past couple months lately. Not even because of any Marvel properties, shows, movies whatsoever. The figures do look nice. I got into a lot of the Spider-Man and Iron Man ones lately from the recent sets because I want to do my own stuff with them. Not necessarily stop motion, might be comic. We'll have to wait and see how that all plays out. But it is something that I do want to at least play around with, having the different characters and making my own stories in some way. So hopefully that turns up, and maybe we'll play into these or other ones from the Marvel series. So thank you for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know which ones you've picked up, if you've already picked up all of them. I haven't decided yet if I want to do any of the blind boxes of them, like the 6-pack boxes. I'm okay with finding them in the stores as long as they're available. I've heard that Barnes & Noble might have them, so I have to check there. There was one actually near my work, so I could check that. We'll have to wait and see. So anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Yeah, I'll fix Gamora. Don't worry.